I wasn't recording. Alright, we're reading This Little Old Plant, The Connection of Family and Gardening by Zach Rush. The play, A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry, focuses on the Younger family and their struggles with racism in 1950s America. The Youngers will be receiving $10,000 from the death of Big Walter, the grandfather in the play. With the money, Walter, his son, wanted a liquor store, and beneath that, his daughter wanted to fund further medical practice at school practices. The money, as well as an unexpected pregnancy from Walter and his wife, Walter's wife, Ruth, has flipped the Younger family upside down, and they are in dismay. Hansberry shows Mama, Big Walter's wife, and her perspective of the family. Her overall outlook of the family can be summarized through two things: the little old plant and her actions. Mama acts as an essential character in Raisin in the Sun, when she acts as the leader of the family within the play. A lot of times, Mom had her own thoughts on the Youngers, specifically her own children, Walter and Benita. When speaking about the two siblings, Mom said, "They spirited all right, my children. Gotta admit, they got spirit, Benny and Walter. Like this little plant, they ain't never had enough sunshine, nothing." Hansberry, 52. Mama's description of the pair brings up a few interesting points. For example, her explaining the plant had never had enough sunshine. Mom can relate the plant and the children, as they spent majority of their time living in a cramped apartment with little natural light. Mom also mentioned her children as spirited, which connections to a plant can be engraved in the reader's head. Mama can envision how the family progresses in a positive direction even when negative events occur. Mama connecting the plant and her children shows its significance, but not only Mama can do so. Now I'll slow down because I didn't record the first half. In contrast, Mama does have her own worries for her children, with them always being chaotic, whether it be when Walter drinks, when Benita dances, or when they argue about themselves, or by themselves. A strife always stirs. Mama comes out directly and says, "They frightens me, Ruth, my children." Hansberry, 53. Mama's information of her outlook shines a more negative outlook on the family. Mama's negative cognition of her own children also contradicts her positive outlook of her own children, specifically when Walter ends up at his lowest. Mama continues her love. Even at the lowest of lows, Mama loves her children from death and back. And the same can be said about her plants and gardening. Ruth, Walter's wife, notices and in turn says, "You sure loves that little old thing, don't you?" Hansberry, 53. Mama's religious side shines by Ruth indirectly bringing it out. Ruth bringing up Mama's love for something little and old directly connects Mama asking Benita for love for Walter, even at his lowest. Mama tells Benny there's always something left to love. Hansberry, 145. In her faith, Christianity, you're taught to love your neighbor, which means you should love everyone no matter who they are. Benny finds herself in a situation where she cannot love Walter anymore because of his broken state. Mama can still find a place for Walter in his broken state, and her gut knows Walter needs the love. Just how Mama can still love her plant, even if it's all old up and little. Mama's view of the family stays positive no matter if they're at the highest high or the lowest low. Inside the walls of the cramped apartment, the depressing box can be considered a low for the Youngers. To cram 5 people into a small square does not bring joy, especially when there's a 6 on the horizon. However, Mama especially wants out, as her longing for a new place of happiness happens within the stage direction and dialogue. She looks out the window as she replaces the plant. "Lord, ain't nothing as dreary as the view from this window on a dreary day, is there?" Hansberry, 53. Mama's mutual feelings of the apartment is apparent in people like Ruth, when she says, "Let's get the hell out of here." Hansberry, 149. Mama expresses her feelings from a window and a plant, her view of the family being positive stance. Even if they are broken and shattered, Mama still finds love and hope. Extending on to Mama wanting a garden. The garden may have been the leading influence of the purchase of the house. Mama had been a big dreamer when she lived down south at a younger age, and she imagined grand things like a garden at the back of the house just down to home. Hansberry, 53. Her imagination here combined with the future $10,000 coming, Mama envisions her own home. Although at first Mama's thoughts may seem like a selfish view, she does not care for just herself, rather others around her. She specifically cares about Travis and for Travis's future, as he needs a good environment for his future livelihood. Mama's thought process finally brings her to purchase the house. Her purchase represents her view and the outlook of the family future generations, of thoughtfulness and hope. In A Raisin in the Sun, Lorraine Hansberry accurately represents the view of the Younger family through a plant. Mama's wisdom, Walter's highs, and Benita's attitude all bring the play together for tough questions for the future of the Youngers. Although the house may put them in a difficult spot, Mama can see their bright future. Based on the judgment of her children and how she treats Travis, Mama can see a light in a dark tunnel. Mama wants to show her own family how they can combat the active racism that was happening in 1950s America. Thank you.